Welcome to Speak for Yourself from the crib. Jason Whitlock, Marcellus Wiley. Speak for Yourself presented to you by Hyundai. Happy Friday, everyone. We have a fantastic show planned for you. TJ Houshmandzadeh is going to join us. We'll discuss which Florida team had a better offseason so far, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or the Miami Dolphins with 3 first-round draft picks. Ty Law, the Hall of Famer, former Patriot great, we'll ask him, who are the Patriot greats rooting for this season, Tom Brady or Bill Belichick? But first, we're going to go out to Bucky Brooks' crib. Bucky Brooks, a huge supporter of the Utah State quarterback Jordan Love. And the most surprising move in last night's draft, the Green Bay Packers move up to take Jordan Love at number 26. Of course, the Packers have the most talented quarterback, many people believe, Aaron Rodgers, who's, now in his mid to late 30s, has stated he wants to play longer, up till age 40, who went into this draft thinking the Packers would try to find some personnel that could help Aaron Rodgers immediately on the offensive side of the football. Instead, the Packers make the move that they made late in Brett Favre's career in Green Bay. They went out and got a quarterback. They drafted Aaron Rodgers when they already had Brett Favre, and now they're drafting Jordan Love when they already have Aaron Rodgers. Marcellus, get us rolling here. Did the Packers make a mistake going up and getting Jordan Love?
Absolutely, they made a mistake for many reasons. One, this kind of gentle, forced exit of Aaron Rodgers, when we know what his dead cap money looks like, $51 million, $31 million the next 2 years, it seems a little out of context for the Green Bay Packers in terms of what they need to do in the short term. If you have a 36-year-old quarterback, you should be trying to push all the chips in right now to maximize what you have left in your all-time great. They didn't do that. 2, they didn't communicate with Aaron Rodgers. And this is not the exact same situation as Brett Favre when you look at it. Yeah, by the numbers in terms of what they were doing on the field, you can make that argument. But in terms of how that situation played out, that wasn't a smooth transition from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers. Why would you want to repeat the same mess up and the same mistakes if you're going to try and do it with Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love? 3, Jordan Love is not Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers fell to them at the 24th position. They were like, damn, too much value. I know we got Brett Favre, but what are you to do? You got the potential number 1 overall pick right here. Where with Jordan Love, you don't say that. You may say he's a diamond in the rough, but when is this guy even going to get on the field? And fourthly, and I have more, but I'm going to stop right here to let Bucky go in. Jordan Love wasn't even the best quarterback in the Mountain West. He made honorable mention as a quarterback in the Mountain West. Doesn't mean he can't translate that to NFL success. But you're talking about a team that hasn't drafted a skilled player since 2005 when Aaron Rodgers was that draft choice. They are not trying to help Aaron Rodgers, and this gentle, forced reminder of trying to get him out the door too soon, to me, is a mistake.
Oh, I don't think they're trying to get Aaron Rodgers out the building. I think what they're trying to do is protect the interests of the franchise. Here's the thing, and I understand that, we like to be sensitive to Aaron Rodgers because he is a 2-time MVP. He has won a Super Bowl and those things. But let's be honest. Since 2017, he has been hurt. Broken collarbone, played with an MCL injury. And since 2017, each and every year, his completion percentage has come down. More importantly, his yards per attempt has also gone down. Aaron Rodgers is a declining player. And one of the reasons why the Green Bay Packers wanted to get a quarterback in this draft, they want to protect themselves from when Aaron Rodgers inevitably falls off the cliff. I think it is a great move to go and get your young quarterback while Aaron Rodgers still can play a year or two, because now he can redshirt, you can groom and develop, and you can get him when he's ready. Look, I think this is a case of you don't want to go to the grocery store when you're hungry. You want to go when you can have a list. The Green Bay Packers went with a shopping list to make sure that they could be efficient and effective getting the right player.
Listen, I'm the expert on when to go to the grocery, Bucky. But I got mixed emotions on this. I really do. I think it's a mistake, but I love the gangster move of it. And so I think they should be trying to get Aaron Rodgers some help right now in the first round. As Marcellus said, it's been since 2005 since they went and got a skill position player in the first round of the draft. And so I felt like they owed that to Aaron Rodgers. He's still playing at a high level. He's been a two-time MVP. He's won you a Super Bowl. I think it's a mistake not to be in win-now mode. However, I love the decision. I really do. Because what it says about football, and it doesn't matter who you are. Tom Brady, Bill Belichick will move off you. Aaron Rodgers, new coaching staff, new general manager, will move off you in our time. And so it will happen to anybody. And to see an all-time great, a Hall of Famer like Aaron Rodgers, who still has a lot of mileage left, they went out and got a black kid from Utah State. I don't want to hear any of this whining and crying about what happened with Cam, what happened to Jameis Winston. Football just doesn't care. Everybody just wants to win. There's too much money to be made. And so I think they should have gotten Aaron Rodgers some personnel last night to help him. But I love this move.
And for the same reason you said this was a football move, a pure football move, is why I actually think it's a mistake and I really hate it. It's not so much it's a football move, is that football is militaristic in the sense of yes, sir, no, sir, yes, coach, no, coach. And it's all based on your power, your authority, how decorated you are. You can walk into the barracks of the Green Bay Packers locker room, and because you're a first-year coach by the name of Matt LaFleur, I have to say, yes, coach, and buy into what you're thinking over a two-time MVP who's damn near the same age as you, coach. And what starts to happen is they win 13 games with Matt LaFleur, and they say, in those closed-door meetings upstairs, we just won 13 games in spite of Aaron Rodgers being great, not because Aaron Rodgers is great. And what they start to do, and I told you all last year why Aaron Rodgers wasn't happy out there throwing for 205 yards in a win, is because now they have a resume of success that excludes you and your greatness, Aaron Rodgers. He's not stupid. He went to Cal. He has a genius IQ, and the dude can be very petty if you want him to be. They're putting him in a bad predicament, not getting him the proper weapons when he needs them, and then trying to remind him that anytime, no matter how good you are, we can get you out of here. That's not right.
All right, Marcellus sets us up for a transition to the next topic. I'm going to bring it to you first, Bucky. What does Aaron Rodgers do here? Does fight or flight? How does he handle this decision? Is he all in on fighting on keeping his position there in Green Bay? Or does Aaron Rodgers at some point in the next year say, you know what? Let me get up out of here the way Tom Brady got up out, Joe Montana got up out, Peyton Manning got up out. It happens.
I think Aaron Rodgers is going to do both things. I think he's going to fight for the next year or so, and then he's going to find himself another team to play on. I think the Green Bay Packers made the move knowing when you invest a first-round pick in a quarterback, the quarterback has to get on the field. This is different than a backup player that you take in the second or third round. They have to get that money, that value out of him. So in 2021 and 2022, we're going to see Jordan Love walk out as the starting quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. And for the weapons, Aaron Rodgers will get the weapons. Just know that the Green Bay Packers have a history of drafting wide receivers in the second and third round. Devontae Adams, Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, Greg Jennings, James Jones. They will find them playmakers that can develop and help him. He just has to know it's only for a short-term rental, though.
Man, Aaron Rodgers about to throw them haymakers. He's going to fight. He's not going anywhere. And he's going to sit there in that building and say, oh, this is the way y'all want to play it, huh? Okay, I bought into your system, and your system didn't do well by me, but it did well for us, but not the ultimate prize. And guess what? Since we didn't win the ultimate prize, don't come to me next year talking about a little less Aaron Rodgers is better for the Green Bay Packers. I don't have the weapons that I need. You couldn't go out there and get something I needed in the immediate future. Okay, I'm going to show you what Aaron Rodgers is about. And like I said, Aaron Rodgers is going to look at this situation and go for his numbers. I hate it when I used to hear everyone say, there's no I in team. There is a me in team, damn it. And you ain't going to play me because I'm great and I'm buying into y'all. And then all of a sudden my numbers go down. We win a little more, not at all. And then y'all going to try to kick me out the door. Ain't nobody stupid. I ain't going for that boo-boo stuff. No, Aaron's going to fight.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers just needs to call his classmate.
You guys can hear me. I'm hoping someone can hear me. Marcellus, I want to respond. I think his intelligence is actually going to work against him. The same thing you pointed out about sometimes Aaron Rodgers can be too smart for his own good. When Brian Gutekunst and the head coach Matt LaFleur decide they're going to trade up to get Jordan Love, that to me screams it doesn't matter what Aaron Rodgers does. They've made a commitment to Jordan Love, and it doesn't matter what Aaron Rodgers. They're going to move off him at some point. Aaron Rodgers is smart enough to figure that out. So he will briefly fight because that's what an athlete's reflex action will tell him to do. But he knows, I probably got 12 months left here in Green Bay, and then I'm on my way out.
Hey, Jason, he can just look at his draft mate, Alex Smith. The blueprint is there for him. Alex Smith played great for a year. Then Pat Mahomes took over. You know what happened? The Kansas City Chiefs went to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying that Jordan Love is Pat Mahomes, but it's right there for you. Aaron Rodgers, you might want to put that house on the market. 2021, you're probably playing somewhere else.
All right, we got to get up out of here. TJ Houshmandzadeh is just around the corner. Bengals are giving him insight, or the Bengals are asking him for insight on what they should do in the second round of the draft. But we're going to talk about the Bucs or the Dolphins. Who's having a better offseason with TJ Houshmandzadeh? Speak for yourself from the crib. Presented by Hyundai. More after this. Whether you're working from home or working on your fitness, you want what you're listening to be what you're listening to and not what your roommates, neighbors, children, or significant others are listening to. Everyone needs a great pair of wireless earbuds. But before you go dropping hundreds of dollars on a pair, you need to check out the wireless earbuds from Raycon. My own pair of Raycon earbuds are better and easier to use than anything else I've tried. They're comfortable and easy to set up and work seamlessly with all of my devices. Having a pair of wireless earbuds is a serious game changer for me. You already know Raycon earbuds start at about half the price of any other premium wireless earbuds on the market, and that they sound just as amazing as the other top audio brands you know. Their newest model, the Everyday E25 earbuds, are their best ones yet, with 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more bass, and a more compact design that gives you a nice, noise-isolating fit. Raycon's wireless earbuds are so comfortable, perfect for conference calls or binging podcasts. They're easy to set up and pair with your device. Seriously, they're a game changer. Unlike some of your other wireless options, Raycon earbuds are both stylish and discreet with no dangling wires or stems to distract anyone during video calls. You've heard me talk about how the company was co-founded by Ray J, and celebrities like Snoop Dogg and J.R. Smith are obsessed with Raycons. Pick up a pair and see what the hype is all about. Now's the time to get the latest and greatest from Raycon. Get 15% off your order at buyraycon.com/speak. That's buyraycon.com/speak for 15% off Raycon wireless earbuds. buyraycon.com/speak. Welcome back to Speak for Yourself from the crib. Jason Whitlock, Marcellus Wiley on a wonderful Friday afternoon. All right, we're going to go out to TJ Houshmandzadeh's crib and talk some more about the NFL draft. TJ, welcome. Speak for Yourself. Brought to you by Hyundai. All right, let's talk about the Dolphins and the Buccaneers. Probably the two most interesting teams this offseason. The Dolphins, along with drafting Tua, also added offensive lineman Austin Jackson and a cornerback out of Auburn, Noah Igbenogany. But they're not the only Florida team having a big offseason. The Bucs already got Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski. and added offensive lineman Tristan Wirfs last night. All right, look, 2 Hall of Famers versus 3 rookies. Easy to say the Buccaneers had a better offseason, but not for me. I think the Dolphins have had a better offseason. What so far? We got to see what happens day 2. Marcellus, what say you?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's Miami, and I think it's Miami in a blowout if you talk about it. They went out there, and they didn't just get names. They got game. And you talk about what they're getting up in Tampa, it's not the same thing in terms of their greatness. I think a lot of the greatness of Tom Brady and Gronk obviously is probably behind them, not in front of them. So they're closer to Canton physically in terms of their game more so than putting in work to still be Hall of Famers. So if you look at what they got, Tua, who is going to be a franchise quarterback. I mean, we've not seen a guy be more efficient in college football history throwing the football. And then you talk about getting his protection in Austin Jackson. That's a good combo that's going to last him a decade plus. Then you start talking about other players, just reliable players that haven't retired, that aren't 43 years old. You start talking about like Cal Van Noy and guys who could just come in there and plug and play with familiarity and that are just reliable. So to me, it looks like Miami in a blowout.
Wow, that's shocking. I'm shocked you just said that. Wow. I'm going with the proven commodity. Everything you said about Tua, I agree with to a certain degree. But we all know they come into the draft and we have these high expectations for everybody. Tua, Austin Jackson, the DB from Auburn. I don't want to screw his name up like they would screw my name up, so I'm not even going to try. But I'm going with the proven commodity. It's the Bucks. Tom Brady, short term. I don't care if it's only 2 years. He's going to get you to the playoffs, a place you haven't been in a while. You get Gronk retired because he was tired of Belichick. He took the fun out of it. It wasn't like he couldn't play or his body was beat up. Belichick made it not fun anymore. The Dolphins, what they have, they're unproven. You don't know what they're going to give you. And so I'm going with the guys that I know for a fact. When it's time to play ball, they going to play ball.
TJ, I don't think you can say they're all unproven because you got to talk about Byron Jones, the cornerback they signed in free agency. You got to talk about Cal Van Noy, proven commodity, has worked with Brian Flores before. You have to talk about Shaq Lawson as well. They've made a number of moves and added these young guys. Maybe I'm rooting for Brian Flores because I like the way he handled last season. They started off terrible. People wrote them off. Team never quit. Everybody thought they were tanking for Tua. They get Tua at number 5. Established the respect for Brian Flores as a head coach. To me, established some momentum. To me, I like the trajectory of the Miami Dolphins. And that doesn't say that Tom Brady and Gronkowski and Bruce Arians and that group are going to flop in Tampa Bay. That may work next year, and they may make the playoffs, and maybe they make the NFC Championship. But the Dolphins, to me, have set themselves up to be a real player in the AFC East for the next 10 years if Tua's anything like a lot of people think he is. That's why I think Marcellus and I are favoring the Dolphins.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going with that because they just prioritized Miami, that they wanted to get the game before the name. And look, I'm not saying Tom Brady's done. I'm just saying he's closer to the finish line than you would want to build around. And Gronkowski taking a year off and now coming back after all the surgeries, 31, saying, hey, I had a red shirt year. I ran from Bill Belichick, whatever you want to call it. I'm not so certain we're going to even see great Gronk again because before he left, he wasn't great Gronk. He had a tremendous Super Bowl and playoff run, but we didn't see great Gronk even that season. So what I'm starting to look at is just who's going to really hit the ground running. And as Whitlock just pointed out, all those good names, reliable names, you have to respect that. This is a situation that I took advantage of. You took advantage of. They're basically rolling the dice on Baltimore and Oakland, TJ Houshmandzadeh, Dallas and Jacksonville, Marcellus Wiley. Hey, that wasn't what you should have been investing in, but the name is there. So that's what they're going to get. And we know how we showed up. The game was behind us, wasn't it?
Oh, man, that's a good one, Mark.
All right, we got to move to the next topic. And it's an easy one. We'll start with you, TJ. You got the most insight on these quarterbacks. Tua Tagovailoa comes to the NFL with questions about his health. The Miami Dolphins have Ryan Fitzpatrick as their quarterback, or the veteran presence at quarterback. How should the Dolphins, TJ, handle Tua Tagovailoa's rookie season?
If I'm the Dolphins, let's go back when he had his surgery. Tua was flat out saying, I wouldn't mind sitting a year. So if I'm the Dolphins, this is how I want to handle it. Let's fingers crossed and hope that our bye week falls in the middle of the season between week 7 and 9. And that's where you assess where you are as a team. If you're 2-5, you get Tua ready to go during the bye week, getting some experience. You're 5-2, 4-3, 6-2, whatever it may be. If you're in contention for the playoffs, you let Fitzpatrick finish that season out. But if you're out of playoff contention and your bye week falls in the middle of the season, which they would hope, you get Tua ready to go during the bye week and let them get that experience the second half of the season.
No, not at all for me. Look, if Tua is 100%, as he says, once we get him in the building, once our doctors get to assess him, and if we are all in agreement that he is 100%, it is full go for Tua. One, we already know he's a quarterback.
Let me cut you off real quick.
Okay.
I believe Tua was saying he was 100% because he didn't want to drop. That pre-draft, I'm 100%. I'm good to go. And so I don't believe he's going to be 100%. That's why when he first had that surgery, I wouldn't mind sitting a year. He said that. I believe he said that because I don't want to drop. I don't want to have this free fall in the draft. I'm sorry.
No, I get it. I mean, he's properly incentivized to say that. That's why we're going to check him out, have our doctors talk to him and assess him, and then we're going to make this decision. But if we come to the conclusion he is 100%, it is full go because, one, in any rehab, you have to do the physical part, but the more difficult part is the mental. Getting back to that sixth gear, getting back to where you can go full throttle. He's going to be protected in every single rep in practice, so we're not concerned with that. And then you don't want to cripple him with this mindset that he has this pitch count. And pitch counts are only for critics and naysayers, so you can cover your butt and say, see, we try to protect him in case of injury. If the guy can play football, you allow him the freedom of landscape to go out there and play football. And if he earns the position day one, damn it, it's his position. You play it any other way, you got your foot on the brake and your foot on the gas, and you lose what the potential is in Tua.
I think the Dolphins have the perfect setup with Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's been a roller coaster type quarterback. He'll have some great highs, and then he crashes, and he'll give you an excuse to put Tua out there. So I think they're in a can't-lose situation with Ryan Fitzpatrick. I also think, though, there may be a benefit to redshirting Tua. You have Ryan Fitzpatrick. Again, I can't say he's exactly like Alex Smith, but at his stage in his career, I think he'll be a great mentor for Tua Tagovailoa, the same way Alex Smith was for Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, and we could all second guess it, and maybe the Chiefs should have played Patrick Mahomes as a rookie. Who knows? But we do know he sat out a year, learned how to prepare from Alex Smith, has credited Alex Smith for being a big part of his success. The Dolphins have an opportunity to have a similar situation with Ryan Fitzpatrick. And look, by week 8, it's more than likely Ryan Fitzpatrick's going to bomb out, and you throw Tua in there the last 8 games of the season, and you get the best of both worlds. You hope, and just remember about Tua and any of these rookie quarterbacks, because of this complicated, disjointed offseason, they're not going to have the normal preparation. That might be the best reason of all to give Tua a redshirt year.
Man, your recipe, they're going to be drafted 5th again. They are drafted 5th or higher again.
Go ahead,
TJ. Who wants to go out there after you already lost all these games and then throw Tua out there to see what he's about, and he's coming off an injury? What? I don't want your leftovers. What basically you're saying halfway through the season, if Fitzpatrick fumbles, then you get Fitzpatrick's leftovers. And that's what you shouldn't do in terms of the mentality of Tua. You should let Tua have this opportunity freely, not just restrict him because of what he's been through before. Every player has been injured before. Tom Brady missed the entire year. They didn't say, we're going to bring you back slowly. When you're healthy, you're healthy. I don't give a damn who you are. So I'll let them go.
With the climate we're in, you could be possibly setting them up for failure if you throw them in there. The coronavirus, the training camp is going to be minimal. Getting guys together, he's not going to learn the system. So you can possibly mentally destroy his career if he goes up. He's not knowing the playbook. He doesn't really have a good grasp of the NFL, the defenses of what the Dolphins want to do and what teams are trying to do to him. You get around Fitzpatrick, Ivy League educated like my boy Marcellus, being Harvard quarterback. So he's going to teach him the ins and outs. And it's just what Jason said. If in the middle of the season they're not playing well, you say, Tua, let's get you this experience. Now, you think in short term, throw them out there. They're going to be picking 5 again. They're not going to the Super Bowl this year with Tua or without. And so either way, they'll be fine.
All right, we got to go. Thank you, TJ. Great job. All right. Before we go, how many total QBs will be drafted in round 2? Make sure you download the Fox Bet Super 6 app and play the NFL Draft Super 6 for free for a chance to win $5,000. All right, don't go anywhere. The NFL Draft was a unique experience last night. We're going to talk to LeVar Arrington about what were some of the craziest moments from the NFL Draft. Everybody working from home, players, coaches, executives. Speak for yourself, presented by Hyundai. More after this. Welcome back to Speak for Yourself from the crib, presented by Hyundai. All right, the second and third rounds of the NFL Draft are tonight. Can't wait. The Buffalo Bills drafted one Marcellus Wiley with the 22nd pick of the second round in 1997. From Columbia to the league, it's a hell of a story. Hear Marcellus tell it on the Speak for Yourself YouTube page. It drops today at 7 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you check it out. All right, let's keep it moving. Jason Whitlock, Marcellus Wiley. Let's go out to Pasadena and one of the best high school coaches in all the state of California. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's LeVar Arrington. Let me take that back. I thought that was Bucky Brooks. LeVar Arrington, we're coming from his crib. Man. All right, look, the draft experience was really unique last night. Coaches, executives seem to be leaning into their families and very excited to show off their families. Of course, all the players were excited and showing off their families and trying to social distance. But there were some images that I thought were interesting last night. And I'm going to ask you guys to caption each of them. 10, 15, 20 seconds on each of these. Let's start with Cliff Kingsbury. Check out this photo of Cliff Kingsbury. And Marcellus, caption that for us.
Oh, here's the caption. Redefining player coach. And I didn't say player coach. I said player coach. I don't know if that's Cliff Kingsbury for real or Dan Bilzerian or something. I mean, what the hell is going on with coach and who is he hiding and where are they hiding? This is what happens when you get to Scottsdale and you under 40. You just don't know how to act, coach. I know you want to be a player coach, but you done took it to another level. You're a player coach.
He is fine, girl. Who is that? Oh, that ain't nothing but Cliff. You know, he worked for the Arizona Cardinals. Do he got a girlfriend? Yes. Boys in the hood. Caption that.
Yes, I know it.
I'm right there with you, LeVar. This is the ultimate thirst trap. This is the old. His DMs are lit up with IG models all over the world today saying, hey, can I do the quarantine with you? It's 90 degrees yesterday in Arizona, and Kingsbury's got the fireplace going. Nothing but a thirst trap. All right, let's move on. Tennessee head coach Mike Vrabel, he and his family and friends, it looks like, if you look in that left-hand corner of your TV screen, it looks like someone may be relieving themselves in the bathroom. Marcellus, caption this photo.
Man, former Patriot Mike Vrabel, huh? This is the Patriots away. Not the Patriot way, the Patriots away. When Daddy Belichick ain't there, these fools don't know how to act. Look at Mike Vrabel, and I don't know what this costume of family is doing. You got Tom Brady away from Daddy Belichick, breaking and entering, going to parks when he's not supposed to, and not social distancing. I could go on with Julian Edelman and Amendola, all these cats. Basically, when Daddy Belichick is gone, you see the Patriots away.
Daddy, we want to be famous like you. What do? Here's the game plan, kids. You go over there. You look like Joe Dirt with the mullet. You go over there. You put on Samuel L. Jackson's uniform as a hero, and what is it? What's the name of the movie? I don't even remember the name of the movie. The Incredibles, right?
Incredible.
Yeah. They're just trying to hit social media fame. That's all that is.
Oh, man.
I agree with you. This is the one I didn't like, really, and the people were reacting to it. And last night over social media, this is just straight out trolling. And so I kind of took a pass on this one. Vrabel explained that guy's back in the background is sitting on a stool, not taking a dump, not dropping the kids off at the pool. All right, let's move on. This is the one that caught my attention the most. I labeled it the weirdest thing I saw last night. Chase Young wearing sunglasses at night in his home. Marcellus, caption this.
Look, sunglasses inside is not the worst thing. I mean, I know it's not socially acceptable. Most places, if you're famous, you get away with it. But I don't have a problem with sunglasses inside. But inside your own crib is my issue. Just like I saw some cats out there wearing their suits. Look, memo, the draft is different this year, which means you don't have to wear suits. And I don't know why you went to that level where you thought you had to wear your sunglasses inside your own damn house. So I could go there, respect to the family portrait of Pops. You know, that was a little different too, but you want to make sure he's in the building. I'm sure he was, regardless of the picture. But the sunglasses in the house was a little extra.
I happened to come from there. I played my football there. So I'm going to hit y'all with this. Okay, I'm so DMV. Go. Hey, backyard. Hey, sugar beer. All day. Ben's Chili Bowl, sugar beer. It's DMV. It's go-go. It's go-go culture. He fit in culture.
Oh, go. Okay. For a while, you threw me off.
Not go-go dad.
I don't know what to say about this.
Not go-go dad.
Chase Young was my favorite player in this draft. I'm someone that thinks Chase Young is going to put together a Hall of Fame career. I looked at him with these sunglasses, and I was like, oh, man. Are you into the game or are you into the fame? That's what he left me with, that question. Game or fame? We'll see. All right, last one. Perhaps the most interesting, or the one that got the most attention. CeeDee Lamb, Oklahoma wide receiver, had to take his cell phone back from his girlfriend. I think it's his girlfriend, live on national TV. Marcellus, caption this.
That was his girlfriend. That won't be his girlfriend. That would be his girlfriend going forward. Hey, you try to pick up that phone, my hashtag is last call. This is the last call for you. If you pick up this phone, let me tell you about it. Did you see what he was trying to tell her through his eyes? That side eye he gave her was next level. So, look, as all girlfriends have figured out over the years, draft day is not the best day for you, because he's going to land in a city and it's going to be different. So whoever you are, young lady, plan for your future differently.
I'm going to extend your caption, Marcellus, and double down on it and say what he did was, the caption is, all right, read line 1 in our boyfriend-girlfriend contract. It says, upon draft day, no more phone checking taking place. Give me that back. I don't need to say nothing to you. Just read the contract that we had when I allowed you to sit down next to me on national TV and try to product place yourself by grabbing my phone while I was getting drafted.
Product place yourself.
I'm going to tell y'all what y'all might be missing. What y'all might be missing is look at Mama's reaction off to the right. I think that's Mama. If you look at Mama's reaction off to the right, she kind of gives a side eye. It's kind of like, I told you. I told you about her pulling this on national TV. All right, well, good luck, CD. I wouldn't drop her. I would not drop her. She handled it well. But
He's going to Dallas. He's going to Dallas.
No, I wouldn't drop her.
It's over. It's over.
All right, let's keep it moving here. We got a Hall of Famer, Ty Law, Patriot great, Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion, Michigan great, coming from his crib. We'll talk about Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Oh, he's also from Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
somebody also better than LeVar Barrington from Pittsburgh. All right, speak for yourself.
That's my dog.
Welcome back to Speak for Yourself from the crib, presented by Hyundai. Jason Whitlock, Marcellus Wiley. All right, time to pull up out in Boston or Rhode Island or the New England area. Let's go out to the New England area and bring in a 3-time Super Bowl champion, Hall of Famer Ty Law. And Ty, we're going to get you rolling with maybe it's a difficult question, maybe it's an easy one. The Patriot greats like yourself, Richard Seymour, Willie McGinnis, who y'all going to be rooting for this season? Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots?
That's easy, man. It's New England all day. I mean, we're Patriots, and if you ask Tom that, as soon as he's done playing, who he going for, he going to go for the Patriots too. That's what it is, man. We're Patriots.
Ty, you know that.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Marcellus. You know it because think about it. 20 years that man has spent here in New England, right? He went somewhere else, and everyone is acting so surprised. I don't know why everybody acting surprised. Think about it. 20 years, he can do nothing. I'm talking about absolutely nothing to tarnish his legacy, what he's done here across the National Football League, what he's done as far as being a New England Patriot, 9 Super Bowls, 6 championships. And what do most people do when they get a little older and they're about to retire at some point? They go to Florida. Marcellus, you probably wouldn't do that because you're from California. But Jason, if you wasn't in California right now, he would probably be down there too. 1 is the weather. 2 is no state income tax. 3, they got a damn good football team. And 4, guess what? He getting paid more than he's got paid in the previous 20 years with no state income tax in Florida, which is better on your body. Man, please. I mean, I'm sorry to be the spoiler, but man, everybody tripping.
Okay, look, I respect all that. You gave me almost a PC Hall of Fame answer right there. But I'm going to tell you, I did retire in Florida, in Jacksonville. I probably was so sorry you didn't even take notice. Like, damn, where'd Wiley go? Well, I was actually in Florida with the Jaguars doing nothing on the field. That said, every former player is going to root for the former player over the coach. The question is Belichick or Brady. As a former great, you should have said Tom Brady because you know what Bill Belichick is.
Yeah,
so you root for Brady over Belichick.
No, I'm rooting for Brady until he play the Patriots. If he was to play the Patriots, if it was a Super Bowl, Tom Brady versus the New England Patriots, let's just hypothetically say that's the Super Bowl. Damn it, I'm going for the Patriots. I hope Tom do well, but I'm going for the Patriots. I'm a Patriot.
All right, protect that paycheck.
I think that's a great answer. I tend to disagree with you because, and look, you may feel that way. How about Rodney Harrison, Richard Seymour? Teddy Bruschi probably feels that way. He and Willie McGinnis, they love Bill Belichick.
Why would I be any different?
Look, not that I dislike bro.
Why would I be any different?
I don't know. You could.
Hey, I can check from my damn good one, too.
All right, so why would let me move on to a new question. Great answer. I believe you. Let me move on to a new question.
I don't.
Will it be hard for Belichick and the Patriots to hold on to that Patriot way culture? Will it be hard to maintain it without Tom Brady?
I mean, it's going to be hard regardless because of everything is always focused around, Tom Brady, especially as of late. But now, guess what? Are you forgetting about Devin McCourty? Are you forgetting about the reigning defensive player of the year, Stephon Gilmore, Matthew Slater? Those guys will carry on the division. It started before Tom Brady got there. Then it's up to somebody else to carry on the legacy. He just happened to be there the longest. You had Vince Wilfork. You had, even when I left, you still had Willie McGinnis, Teddy Bruschi. It goes down. It is something that it wasn't coming. And then you still have Coach Belichick. So you got to think the Patriot way is always going to be there. It's just about who's going to be in those pieces that's going to carry on the tradition. And they have enough pieces there to still be successful and be competitive. Of course, are they going to be the same team without Tom Brady? Hell no. Ain't nobody saying that. But at the same time, the Patriot way will still last and it will still exist because of some of the veterans they got in that locker room, who also had 3 championships.
Yeah, look, I think it's going to be very difficult because Tom Brady not only was great on the field, great leadership, but because he had the ability to touch the ball and influence every single game, every single snap, that means you are catapulted to a place of leadership that not others can follow. Let's be real. Stephon Gilmore, former greats that you talked about, playing certain positions, you can kind of get minimized in terms of impact on the game. And then that also minimizes sometimes your impact as being the enforcer of the Patriot way. Not everyone is committed the same to the Patriot way. So you needed a Tom Brady who could sit there and actually back it up every single snap that I'm the enforcer. I don't see them having that right now.
Yeah, my big deal on this, why it's going to be more difficult, Tom Brady's stature with NFL players, I really think he's probably, he and, Ray Lewis are 2 of the guys that I think had a lot of universal respect around the league. And so when Tom Brady comes into training camp and shows up at the special teams meeting, and everybody knows he doesn't play special teams. And to me, it was just like when Ray Lewis was in Baltimore and he and Ed Reed were always carrying around an iPad, always in their playbook all the time. And you know what? I'm kind of defeating myself because Baltimore has maintained that culture without Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. But to have Brady sitting in on special teams meeting, I felt like he was such a great compliment to Belichick. I think it's going to be hard to maintain that culture without having Tom Brady, the GOAT, backing up Belichick and Belichick's ways.
You don't need to have Tom Brady to back up Belichick because the honest to God's truth is Belichick's way or no way. Tom even had to fall in line with certain things. It is what it is. He's the head coach. He's the GM. And it is what it is. But as far as veteran leadership, they still have veteran leadership in that locker room. Tom Brady's going to go command just as much respect down there in Tampa Bay because they haven't won. They don't know what winning is other than my old school boys, with the Warren Sapps and Derek Brooks in the world. They haven't won since then. But guess what? New England, they still remember winning. They still have a lot of pieces in place that know how to win a championship. Yes, you don't have the greatest quarterback who's ever played the game, who's the greatest football player. No, but guess what? It's an opportunity for someone else. And that is what is being preached there at all the time. You never heard about Tom Brady until Drew Bledsoe went down. And guess what? It's somebody else's opportunity now. Either you're going to step up to the challenge, you're going to be able to deal with the comparisons, you're going to have to fall into line and what the Patriots way is and whatever Coach Belichick's asked you to do, and take advantage of the opportunity. I would be, if I was a quarterback, I'd be sitting there like, oh hell yeah, it's my turn. We'll see what happens. But Tom Brady is lying on.
All right,
He enjoying himself.
Last question. We got to get you out of here. I can't get any of these defensive players to agree with me that the Bengals made a mistake passing up on Chase Young and taking Joe Burrow. Look, Joe Burrow may turn out to be a great player. Who knows? I feel very, very confident Chase Young is going to be a tremendous perennial Pro Bowl player. Ty, anyway, the Bengals made a mistake passing on Chase Young last night.
No, I don't think they made a mistake because they're not just looking for an impact player. They're looking for an impact player in the sense that they're hoping that for Joe Burrow, but they need a face of the franchise. That organization has gone through a lot. They have not been very good for a long time. They need a quarterback. They need stability. Chase Young, yes, he can probably give you that immediate impact right now. Maybe be a Pro Bowl in his first year. But that is not going to be the face of your franchise, and that's not going to carry your team. You need a quarterback there and hopefully provide stability for the next 10, 15 years. In my opinion.
All right, before we let you go, tell us about your new Vodka V1.
Oh man, you know what? Hey, one I gotta say this. It's made it wonderful. But 100% spelled, the only vodka in the world with 100% spelled, man. We're gonna be the official vodka for the Pro Football Hall of Fame enshrinement this year. Of course, you're gonna see with me, my man, Mr. Kraft, right there. We're gonna be in Gillette Stadium. You know, as soon as we get off, hey, guess what? 5 o'clock, quarantini is going down. So, hey, man, it's going to be...
My dog.
Hey, I appreciate, the shout-out. But, yo, guys, once you taste it, I'm going to send y'all some. It's the best in the world, hands down. I don't care, because when you talk about the best of the best ingredients, that's what we got straight out of Poland, where vodka was originated. We got our own distillery. So, I'm excited about it, man. But come to the Hall of Fame, because you're going to see it. We the official vodka. It's written. It's a wrap.
Thank you, Ty. Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
I know Marcellus is going to steal that quarantini.
Hell yeah.
Marcellus, you're going to steal that quarantini.
Yeah.
Me too, box.
All right.
It's only 1v1.
Uncle Jimmy's around the corner. We're going to have an approval rating for Aaron Rodgers. Speak for yourself from the crib, presented by Hyundai. More after this. Welcome back to Speak for Yourself from the crib. Jason Whitlock, Marcellus Wiley. On a phenomenal Friday afternoon, let's get out to Uncle Jimmy's crib. Wrap up this show, wrap up this week.
Oh.
Uncle Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
We had a conversation about Aaron Rodgers and the Packers going up to draft Jordan Love. You have any thoughts on Jordan Love joining the Packers, what this means for Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah. I think that I think Aaron Rodgers is going to probably handle this thing the same way that Uncle Jimmy handled it when you tried to give my job away. Oh, you don't remember? Hell. Oh, you tried to give my job away to Kid and Play. You tried to give my job away to Eddie Griffin. You tried to give my job away to Frank Innuendo. And what the hell did I do? Did I sit up in the dressing room and pout? Hell to the no. I showed up. I showed out. That's what the great ones do. That's what it's all about. And that's what Aaron Rodgers is going to do. Now what?
Eric Griffin, Frank Caliendo. That's who I think you were talking about. I don't know Frank Innuendo.
Whose side was it?
Hey, Jimmy, I got receipts.
We'll see you guys next week. Stay safe.
I'm